Hi, this is Luis Souza from rawveganpower.com, and I'm very glad today to have here with us Lauren Amerson from laurenamerson.com. And she is just launching a brand new book, Homemade Chocolate in the Raw. Welcome, Lauren. I'm very happy and excited to have you here again.
Hi, I'm super excited to be here again as well.
And in your book is well, chocolate, right? We are talking chocolate here. We should I say something else? I guess not. I will I will just share the other screen to show the cover of the
Yeah.
book, and now we can talk about it. Well, tell us how much time did you spend making this book? How many recipes, everything you can share with us because it's so cool, to have chocolate and raw vegan, right? And it's so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Well, I spent, I don't really know exactly how long. Ever since I went raw, I've been playing with chocolate, raw cacao. So I've been creating recipes here and there, but I really decided to create the recipe book late last year. And I did a Kickstarter campaign for it and got the funding for buying all these ingredients so that I could actually perfect all these recipes. So there's 50 recipes in the book, exactly. Um,
50.
yeah,
It's a good
and
number.
yeah, I thought it was a nice round number. And
Yeah,
I
because
definitely,
if you put too many recipes in a book, it's not so good because people can't really use all of them, right? It's a,
yeah, it's overwhelming. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so 50 felt right to me, and there was definitely a point where in creating recipes there was like a dead end. So I just let that naturally be the completion of the recipe creation. So I've been working on it since I guess October of last year, and my Kickstarter campaign finished in November. So I was really able to really go and run with it after that once I got the money to buy all the ingredients.
right.
And yeah, so that was really fun and successful, and I'm actually shipping out people's rewards right now, so it's really fun to be sending people the book, and it feels great. And the idea behind it was that um, a lot of people, when they think about raw veganism or veganism at all, they think about having to give up things. And I never felt that way because I'm always like creating recipes, and I've always felt like it expanded my food options. You know, I found all these different fruits and veggies and different combinations, and I started eating cashews. Like, I didn't like cashews before I went raw, and so I
Right.
tapped into this whole other world and superfoods and herbs, and it's sort of just a playground. It's an art. It's like painting with different colors, and I wanted to share that, and I wanted to share it specifically with people that had a misconception maybe of what raw veganism could be, and that for a lot of people that aren't ready to give up the fat or the sugar or whatever it is that their bigger goal is, that even just changing your chocolate, even just changing your dessert choices, you start making that change, you start experiencing food differently. So I don't feel like I'm like religious about chocolate, it just
Religious. But I remember the last time that we met,
yeah.
you mentioned that you had to eat a lot of chocolate during some months, right? And you are making a fast, juice fast, because of that.
Yeah. So working on the book actually really it was a catalyst for changing my relationship with chocolate.
Oh yeah.
Interestingly enough, I
How is it now?
actually, yeah, I eat way less chocolate now, and I think I don't know what it was. Maybe there was some kind of deficiency that I had that I was seeking through chocolate or whatever it was, emotional or something, that I was eating a lot of it heavily. But when you eat raw cacao, and prepare it in this way, it's really potent. And so it doesn't take long to really cap out, you know, like you can't really overdose on it for too long. And so when I finished with the book, basically right around the time I finished with the recipe measurements and creations, and I actually started putting things in the computer and typing, I was like over it. There was some kind of shift that I had, and it wasn't that I didn't like chocolate. It was that I didn't crave it on levels that I used to crave it, and now I actually only crave it at certain times that like are typical for women to crave it, like during your cycle at certain times when your magnesium drops super low. And so it's really interesting. I actually feel like I have way more of a medicinal relationship with it than I did.
Yeah, that's cool. So
yeah.
you use it as a medicine now.
What's that?
Explain that. You are using chocolate as a kind of a natural medicine, right?
Yeah.
Could you explain that?
Sure. I think all food is like that. I think all food has its own ratio and variety of minerals and vitamins and all these things that our body takes in and processes and uses. And chocolate is similar in that it has qualities, and we found that it has tons and tons and tons of really powerful qualities that because of our current diet, because of like say like a standard American diet or whatever, like there's this high level of magnesium deficiency, and so we see foods that have high levels of magnesium, we're like, oh, it's a superfood because it fills this really big hole that we have.
Right.
And so I'm eating chocolate now like I would eat anything else, basically. Like it's a supplement almost. It's not something.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. It's literally like
I would think about chocolate as a supplement.
Yeah,
sure.
that's totally how it feels for me now. Instead of like, it's not like
but chocolate shouldn't be your main dish, right? Never.
Right. I
It's a
totally
supplement.
agree. Yeah, and that's one of the things that changed for me too. Like, there was almost like a mindfulness change around it too. When you start working with something, any ingredient that deeply, you see it for what it is, and you see how powerful it is, and you see how potent it is, and you can't put it in your mouth without understanding everything that you've learned about that. And so when you put chocolate in your mouth, it has a much bigger impact if you truly have this deep relationship with it and have a reverence for it and have this respect for it, instead of just mindlessly like shoving it in.
Right.
So I see it more as kind of this really potent thing.
Tell me something. It's a curiosity now, because chocolate, as we know it, the usual chocolate, let's say, is made with lots of fat and sugar, and
Yeah.
and it's addictive, right?
Oh yeah.
And people used to binge on chocolate because of that, right?
Yeah.
And what happens with raw chocolate? It would be addictive as well, or not?
Well, I think when it comes to being addicted to certain foods, there's a lot of factors. I think with raw chocolate, because it is so powerful, because it is so potent, you can only overdo it so much. Like it was for me, for sure. Like chocolate is known, especially in its raw form, it's known for having this bliss effect. And it has serotonin in it, it has anandamide, it has all these neurotransmitter and precursors, and it's really, historically it's been used for very specific things, and it has very specific effects. And so if that's what you're looking for, then you can easily be addicted to it or overdoing it.
Right.
But because raw chocolate, it's not diluted in like your typical chocolate is. It doesn't have all those fillers in there, and it doesn't have the additional addictive sugar, and it doesn't have all those additional like dairy fats and stuff in it. It's not as addictive, but when it's that potent and that powerful and you're actually getting the raw, true, especially if you're making it really dark, it's too powerful. It hits you. And so you can only do that for so long, and eventually, you know, it's, I don't really know what to compare it to. I don't have an analogy for it, but it's just that it's so potent that you can only do that for so long. It's like you have like you can't build up that much of a tolerance to it, you know, to abuse it continuously. But I think it's one of the steps, definitely, for people that are seeking that kind of thing through food, is taking in something that's actually so potent and changing your relationship with what you put in your mouth.
I see, and I understand what you mean. It's different, and another thing that I remember that people, because I don't usually eat chocolate, but I remember people used to put milk in it as well, right? And raw chocolate wouldn't have that. What do you put in the place of milk?
Cacao butter. It's the actual fat that comes from the cacao bean. You just add more. Yeah, it's kind of tricky to get a raw chocolate to actually taste like milk chocolate. It just tastes more chocolatey.
Well, you are launching this book, but you seem to be in a new phase in your life, I think, because, well, I'm going to share something cool here, because I saw your new site. It's the same site that I saw some months ago, but now we have these pictures of you. So sexy. Yeah.
Yeah, that actually was that was really fun. That was the photographer that did the photos for my book, and this was part of one of her projects for school, and it was really fun because the topic was chefs and their favorite meals, and my automatic response was veggies. And so we did these pictures with me just like covered in vegetables and greens and stuff, and it was really, really fun. But I am...
So we can certainly say that vegan is sexy, right?
Yes, it totally is. I think
are sexy.
It's almost like the new fad, like it's almost like a popular thing, but I think I connect personally with veganism and being sexy, for sure. Like it's an automatic. Like when I hear about people, like if I find out some new actress or actor or something went vegan, like it's a turn on, it's a plus to that person. It's like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. Like it's a positive thing. It's a positive association. I think veganism is physically sexy because your body changes. So many people lose weight, their acne clears up. There's all these physical associations with improving health, with taking animal products out of your diet. So it actually can physically make you more sexy, and I think people feel more sexy too because they don't have guilt every time they put something in their body, and they're radiating that pure energy that you get when you're clean and clear and feeling in integrity with what you're doing during your day. And I remember when I was in high school, I wanted to go vegetarian, and you know, I ate meat when I was growing up, and I wanted to because of the animal thing. And every time I ate meat, there was some kind of yucky feeling around it, and I wasn't at the point where I was going to give it up completely for some reason. But I think that builds up, you know, and people that are eating at McDonald's, or even if you're eating grass-fed beef, I think there's still a consciousness around taking a life like that and everything that's connected with that. So I think it clears you up on so many levels, and there's definitely a sexiness and clarity about it, and I think it's the new thing. I think more and more people are going vegan, and raw vegan in particular is even more sexy because people are just radiating that much more, and it's taking them down all these different paths. People are pursuing physical fitness goals that they weren't pursuing before because they actually have energy now. And people are becoming models. People are like having this beautiful skin. They're willing to put their face on the internet now and being, starting companies. Like, how many people have started careers that they actually love doing because they were able to make this big step in their life and they found a passion in it. That's what I did. I mean, I went raw vegan and I'm like, I have to do this. I have to do something with this. And when you're happy, you radiate. When you're happy, you're sexy. And so I think it just is connected.
Yeah, and health is sexy, right?
Yes, exactly.
Because there was a time that people didn't associate health with being sexy, right? It wasn't something clear, but now it's becoming clear. Every day people realize that
yeah.
if you eat more fruits and veggies, you become healthier, and then you are sexy. That's simple.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. And you have a T-shirt that is very sexy. Yeah, I show this. You see, vegan is sexy.
Yeah.
Oh, and here you see we are in the Etsy shop, Shakti Goddess, Lauren Amerson's shop. And here we can see this T-shirt. Other pictures. Oh.
And the shirt.
Actually, you have many T-shirts here. Yeah. Please tell me what you're saying.
So another passion of mine that I've been combining with the food thing is just going more in the direction of of sustainable things, and one of the latest things I'm doing is trying to change my clothes to all eco-based materials. And so these shirts they're part recycled polyester and organic cotton. And they are, I'm trying to think, Threads for Thought is the company that I got them from, and I designed The Vegan is Sexy, and I'm working with a girl in Colorado, and she uses water-based inks, and so she's really into the eco thing, and I mean, they last forever. I'm wearing one right now. It doesn't have anything on it, but the shirt itself, I mean, I've had it for months, and it's like brand new.
You are wearing a shirt now?
I'm wearing one of the Threads for Thought eco shirts, but it just doesn't have the Vegan is Sexy on it.
Oh no, but are you wearing one of your shirts in this moment?
This is just a plain one, but it's really it's stretchy and it's really comfortable, and they're just they're some of the best shirts ever. And so I created one with a Dreamcatcher design, and then I created the Vegan is Sexy one, and I like to be a walking billboard. It feels good.
The Dreamcatcher would be this one, I think.
Yeah, so there's two colors with the Dreamcatcher. There's the gold, and then there's like a light pink. And those are by, those shirts are made by Alternative Earth, I think is the company. And those are made out of eco material too, I just don't remember. And the ink is same thing, water-based ink.
And tell me something, when someone comes here, well, just click add to cart, and then you can pay with PayPal or
you can do PayPal, and I've even had people send me checks, and it's super easy.
Okay, and keep shopping, and simple, very simple.
Yeah, I love Etsy. Etsy is it's a site that's specific to homemade or like handcrafted, hand-designed things.
Cool. And now I think we should show something very cool because you have a special promotion going on. You see, you have the book that costs $21.99. And then you have the T-shirt and and sexy. It's
Yes.
$17.99. But if you buy both of them, it's $36.99.
Yeah. It's a couple bucks off, but it's fun.
Oh, it's ending. It's almost in the end. How many do you have? How
Um,
many?
I'm not sure how many I have right now. I think I have about 10 of the shirts left in various sizes. So
Oh,
I'd like to do
that's
it
cool.
until the shirts run out, but we will see.
So people should, I will share again. You who are watching, you see, there are only 10 t-shirts of this to go
Yeah.
with the book. So you would have the opportunity to be one of the last 10 people who buy this promotion.
Yeah. And I don't
And
know.
tell me something. The book is a printed book, right?
Yeah, right now it's a paperback, and
It's a
I'm
paperback.
currently working on reformatting for the Kindle. So it will be an ebook, um, hopefully very soon, but it just requires some more work for changing it for that. But yeah, it's paperback right now, and it's almost 150 pages, and there's a picture of every recipe in the book. So it's really fun to just flip through and get inspired and
Great. Well, let's show it again. Look at, you have 10 opportunities, 10 t-shirts to buy now.
yeah.
And you can go there if you like, but hurry, do it
Yeah.
soon,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, and I don't know if I'll make them again, or if I'll make them the same. If I do make them again, I might do a different color. I might do a different style. Um, but I don't have plans for making them again. So it's kind of like a one of a kind thing
Oh,
that you might be getting. So if you want them, might be your only chance.
that's good. I mean, usually people don't worry to hurry till the last moment, and we are
Right,
in the last moment.
right.
That's cool. Well, thank you so much, Lauren, for
Yeah, thank you
coming
for having me.
here. I'm not being able to come back to my face here. I don't know why. Okay, no problem. We are showing the t-shirt and the book, and that's enough for me.
Yeah.
Well, Lauren, thank you so much for coming here and bringing this fantastic promotion to share with us.
Yeah.
And you who are watching, keep watching this t-shirt and book because you have some last opportunity here to take advantage, okay? Go there and buy. We will have the link to the shop on the blog post below
Great.
the video. Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, Lauren, and keep up with your fantastic work. And I really love to see you growing and sharing all this great stuff with the universe.
Thank you so much. You're quite an inspiration yourself, so thank you for
Thank
continuing
you,
to
Lauren.
inspire us all.
Thank you. Bye bye.
All right, bye.
Well,